Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Ford Transit Custom, then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 2017 17-plate Ford Transit Custom 2-litre TDCi 290 Limited L1H1. It's done 54,784 miles. Fuel economy, urban 38.2 miles per gallon, extra urban 47.9 miles per gallon, and combined is 44.1 miles per gallon. That's depending on what you're carrying, of course. And just as a guide, it has a 4-cylinder 16 valve 129 brake horsepower engine. So finished in silver with grey cloth. It's the bench seat inside, room for 3 people. Front parking sensors, power folding door mirrors, 5-spoke alloy wheels, the side protectors here, side loading door on the passenger side. You've got a little flap underneath the passenger seat which folds up in the solid bulkhead, allows you to get longer items loaded in, pipes, ladders, stuff. You've also got the easy clean, hard wearing kind of resin floor, and it's ply line too. It's got mud flaps all round. The doors lock in the 90-degree position, and then you can just uncouple that and it will go to 180 degrees, making it easier to load with a forklift or reverse up to a loading bay. Oops. Rear parking sensors in the bumper too. High level brake light too, and nice big lights in case you're perhaps towing a trailer or something like that. I'll just take you for a ride in it. It's a lot easier to get in than some, mainly because the handbrake's there and not down there. But typical Ford key, foot on the clutch, car will start, or the van will start. The problem is with doing really well with certain types of vehicle is we tend to buy them all the time, and of course it would be great if you could have a generic video, but for a certain type, and I wouldn't need to keep doing them. But obviously each van's different, they've all done different miles, and the main thing that we do these videos for is to show you how they drive, especially in this day and age where every time anybody's been in a custom oil, we've got to well, we don't have to, but we do wipe it down. Lance uses his fogging machine, his antibacterial spray, and it's time consuming and costly, but has to be done. Hopefully these videos go some way towards allaying your fears that it might be we might not be trustworthy, or the van doesn't drive properly, or we're trying to hide stuff from you. So we've been doing this for years. We'll continue to do so, and hopefully it will make it easier for you to trust us, give us a deposit, agree a deal over the phone, and if you come to, or if we agree a deal over the phone and you come to pick it up, and of course, well, you can drive it first, there's no problem there. If for any reason you don't like the vehicle, we will give you your deposit back, no questions asked. But it's just, I was talking to a customer yesterday and he couldn't quite get his head around it, because the one thing about the motor trade is, the first car I ever agreed a deal on, and basically I was about 12 years old and helping out in the showroom, and I was all excited, and went into who was the sales manager then, and said he's having it. He says he'll be back this afternoon, and he said to me, don't be surprised if he doesn't come back. And of course there's a certain type of person called B-backs which you never see them again. So, you know, what we're asking is, you know what you want, you're happy with the part exchange price if you have a part exchange, you've got the money, you've spoken to your wife, the better half, the bank manager, powers that be, you've made sure when you get home tonight your daughter isn't going to say she's getting married, your wife's pregnant, all those things. We're just trying to do the best we can with the tools we have, and basically between me, John and Lance, it's the car job's changing. I think it's changed for the better with the stuff we're going through now, and it will allow us to virtually semi-retire and work from home, which we want to. There's no point in having premises anymore, and we will give the same service and supply the same quality in cars. So that's the reason. We're not trying to upset anybody, that's just the way it is. There's only one salesperson allowed in the office with up to 2 customers, and we're maintaining social distancing and trying to keep everybody healthy that buys a vehicle from us. Not that we've got anything, touch wood. So if you could bear that in mind when you call, we're not looking for an argument, we're not looking to stitch you up, we're not looking to sell you a duff car. We only sell proper cars and vans, but unfortunately that's the way it's got to be at the moment. So now then, back to the Transit. Pretty much my favourite van. I love to drive these. They've got absolutely everything on this. It's got air conditioning. It's also got power folding door mirrors, Bluetooth hands-free and audio streaming, front and rear parking sensors, and the beautiful Ford gearbox. That's my thousands of pounds worth of camera equipment rolling about in the back. The one thing about the hardware in resin floor is it allows stuff to slide round easier, not as much friction to hold it in place. Now we've got a message on the dashboard. There's a warning light and a message, and it says brake pad wear. It's not been in the workshop yet, so that's the next thing that we will be doing. Get them brake pads done. But, lovely drive. We've also got the heated front screen on this as well. The switches there, and places for everything. There's a little compartment there. There's another one here. That's for your clipboard and 2 cups. Cup holder here, down there as well. Nice and comfortable. Let me just see. Yes, this has also got a heated driver's seat. Dangerous roundabout, that. Really simple. Unfortunately, the people in the second lane tend to cut across the people who are turning left and leave you no room, like the guy did when I was doing the Evoque the other day and nearly took the front wing off, but didn't, fortunately, because I always expect it to happen, so I'm always ready. We've got cruise control here. We've got your telephone controls here, volume control, and also, let's just, dear me, I forgot this. Height and reach adjustable steering wheel, height adjustable seat. Let's get that down a bit. You've got your global lock in here, electric windows, and if I click media there, and just turn the control now. I have to wait for it to go back. Media, and then up to BT audio. Click on BT audio. That's music playing through my phone, so Bluetooth audio streaming. Really comfortable. Oh dear me. Two donors there. Not sure what they were doing, but this is a motorway. Still can't work out what they're doing. I don't think I've ever been behind a couple of bikers who've stayed behind a car in a caravan before. Just make a note of their number plates just in case. Something not right, really. Me, they're absolutely all out today. Get to 70. There we go, 70. Cruise control switched on. Button there, and we'll just increase it to 70. I'm in 6th, and we're doing 1750 revs. Air conditioning is nice and chilly. As I've said before, it's not a very good junction here. It's quite close to people coming on, and lorries there, they're just getting up to speed and then decide they're going straight on. So as you're coming over here to turn left, they start drifting out. Drives really nice. And I know I say that in every video, but as I've also said, we're in the fortunate position of being able to buy the cars that we like and pick and choose between good ones and an auction fodder. And if they didn't drive good, we wouldn't sell them. It's just transits feel like they've been built round me. The distance from my elbow to my fingers and the distance from the armrest to the gear stick is just perfect for me. So I do like them. I always wanted to work for, when I was working for Vauxhall and Peugeot and various other dealers, I always wanted to work for Ford. And then I went to work for Jeep. I went for 2 interviews on one day. The Jeep dealership, while I was sat waiting to see the manager, one of the salesmen came up to me and said, do you know how to work finance deals out? He was actually working there at the time. And I said, well, yeah, I'm a car salesman, that's part of the job. And he asked me if I'd do it for him, and I ended up closing the deal for him, working the finance commission out, finance payments out. Oh, this is just unbelievable. What a driver. Half-wit roundabout as usual. Anyway, I closed the deal and I was offered the job there and then. But in the morning, I'd been for an interview for a Ford dealership, and they'd promised me that if I did all right, which I knew I would, they were opening dealerships in America. And at the time, I wanted to move to America. I wanted to emigrate. And 2 months later, I got the job. They rang me up and said, yeah, you've got the job. When can you start? And the Chrysler Jeep dealership were very sorry to see me go, but it was a lot more money. Unfortunately, when I got there, the first morning, I had to break up a fight to start off with. And one of the lads came to me. Of course, I was the manager, and he'd worked a deal out. And when I looked at the figures, they were completely wrong. And I said, the car was 4995. And I said, how did you work the VAT out? And he said, I copied it off another invoice. So I said, bring me the other invoice you copied it off. And the invoice for the other car was 7995. So obviously the VAT was going to, and that was the standard of the salesman there. They were just like, certainly never get into Mensa. And the same lad came to me in the afternoon. He says, oh, I'm going to be late in on Thursday. Okay, right, why? He says, I'm having a fight on Wednesday night. So I said, well, it's Monday, and you know you're going to be in a fight on Wednesday night. Oh, yeah. He says, I'm a bare-knuckle fighter. And I sat back in my chair then and thought, oh, God, what have I done? I had to break up a fight in the showroom between 2 lads, and one threatening to kill the other. And that doesn't particularly bother me. Salesmen always get into fights over commission and deals and whose deal it was and whose customer it was and so on. But by 11 o'clock, I got there at 8:30, and by 11 o'clock I decided that would be the end. And I rang the guy who gave me the job, and he never got back to me. And I waited till the Wednesday, and then I couldn't stand it anymore. And I just left my keys on my desk and walked home. And the walk, I couldn't stand it that much. The walk was 18 miles. So I love selling Fords. I don't particularly like Ford dealers. The product is excellent. I just think they perhaps need to not make as many vehicles and concentrate more on the franchise structure and the people who work there. And sorry if you're a Ford salesman, I know there's plenty out there that are good, but goodness me. Anyway, back to the car, or back to the van. Lovely. Probably the point of my story is that Fords sell themselves. Any numbskull can sell them, including me. They're just so good. And I think they probably, certainly the van's excellent to drive. So thanks for watching, listening to the story, and see you in the next video, which could be a BM Estate, a Golf turbo diesel hatchback, a Mercedes C-Class. I think that's about all we've got in at the moment that I've not caught up to. But I'm going to stop and show you how to pair a mobile, how to delete a mobile, and how to stream audio. As I say, van's got everything you could possibly need. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.